Hi everyone, welcome back to our tutorial video series. I'm Apple and we'll go ahead, we'll just proceed with our project that we started in our last video. In the last video, we just created our structure, the project structure that we are going to follow. And we'll go ahead with this particular structure. Now we are going to explore how to create, how to use our config package and how to create the config module within it. So I'll create a config.py module over here and we'll try to just write the script for it. And this is going to be the centralized configuration for our project, the Python project that we are going to work upon. And here we will just try to understand the purpose of config.py and it is very essential file where you centralize all your project settings like path, like feature list, like model names, everything. Will just define it over here, how we are going to see very soon. This makes our project easy to maintain and understand. The very first thing that we'll try to use over here is we'll define the base directory. Base directory means what? The directory in which your project is actually existing. The base directory variable will dynamically indicate the root directory of your project. For that, I'll import OS. Okay, and thereafter I'll define a base directory that will be equals to os dot path dot directory name. All right, and then here I will use os dot path dot absolute path of file. Okay, now let's try to see what this guy is actually returning me. Base directory. All right, so I'll just execute it. Okay, so what am I getting? I am getting this thing. Okay, so it is what? This is my config. Right now my config.py exists where is it is existing in my config directory. That is my package. So what do we do? This is not my base directory. My root directory is lone app, right? So if I want my root directory that is a lone app, what I need to do? I need to just take this thing from here. I'll again paste it, right? And I'll pass it over here. Okay, and let's execute once again. Okay, so now I am getting my root directory. So lone app, that is my root directory. That means what we did? We just take our current directory in which we are working and we just move 2 steps up, okay, to get our root directory. Now this is very useful because it works seamlessly regardless of where this script is going to be executed. You can now execute this script anywhere. It will always identify its root directory very easily. Okay, like suppose this script I'll give it to you, and if you execute, then also in your system also it will work seamlessly without any kind of a problem, like okay, where you are placing this code or in which folder you are placing it, that doesn't matter a lot. Next thing that we define, what we define our data sets, like what are the locations where our data sets are this is going to be saved. So obviously our data set will be stored in data sets folder. So here I'll define a variable data path that will be equals to os dot path dot join. Okay, and what we have to join? The base directory comma the data sets folder, right? So data sets. All right, and then again I'll check this thing, print data path. Okay, thereafter we will define over a train file, okay, where our train file is going to be saved, right? Okay, and then we will just define over here test file. Where are we going to save our test file? All right, so obviously train file, test file, everything will be saved within the data path, right? So what do we do? Os dot path dot join. Okay, so we have to do what? The data path that is containing your folder location where your file is saved, and then the name of your file name. Suppose my training file name is what? Lone train dot csv. Okay, and then same way I'll take it from here. Okay, and this is what? Let's say test lone. Okay, if my file name will be different later on, I will change it. Okay, as of now I'll keep it as it is, right? Let's try to check if it is working or not. So print train file and then print test file. All right. So let's execute these guys. All right. So if you see, this is your root directory. This is your datasets folder directory. This is going to be your the train file, and this is the test file. So these variables we have defined for accessing our data files and the train and test file. Thereafter, I will define a variable which will define at which location my model will be saved. So this is something that I created to save my model. Okay, train models, right? So here save model path. Okay, that will be equals to what? Os dot path dot join. Okay, what it needs to join? It needs to join our base directory because it is within the base directory, comma, the trained models. Trained models, because this is the name of our directory, right? And thereafter the model name. Let's say I want to define, so here only I'll define my model name. Let's say the model name I'm defining over here, let's say classification dot pkl. Okay, so this is my model name. Okay, let's check if this thing is working or not. Save model path. So now we can see we have recognized easily our location where we are going to save our model. Next thing, we are going to define our target variable from the data, that is obviously the loan status, right? The if you have worked on this project, you must be knowing. Okay, I'll show you. See, so this is something. So this is our loan status, which is a target variable, and rest all of them are the features that we are going to use. All right. So let's define these two things separately: the target and the features that we are going to use. All right. So okay. So what is my target? Okay, we have to define it over here. Thereafter, what are my features? That's what we have to define over here. Thereafter, all the numerical features that our data is containing. Next, categorical features. Okay, so these things that we define it over here. So what is my target? Target is loan status. Okay. Now features, in the features we will define all the features that we are willing to use. Okay. So let me just define it over here. All right. So these are the features we have: gender, married, dependents, education, self-employed, applicant income, co-applicant income, loan amount term, credit history, property A, loan status. Now the numerical features that you define over here, we have three major numerical features: applicant income, or four: applicant income, co-applicant income, loan amount, and loan amount term. So I'll just pick it from here and I'll paste it over here. Out of these things, we are adding applicant and co-applicant income together, so we don't need this thing, isn't it? Because ultimately we'll sum up applicant and co-applicant income. The rest of the part are what are our categorical features. So I'll just copy it from here, right? And I'll paste it. Okay, and loan amount term, credit history, property area. Okay, so I hope this should work better. Okay, how many categorical features do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 categorical, that's fine. So we have defined our variable, that is target, features, numerical, and everything that we have defined over here. Next thing, what we have to do, we need to define the kind of processing that we are going to do. Like for example, we have to encode the categorical features, right? So in many cases, the categorical features that we have, okay, here we are going to encode all the categorical features. In many cases, it may possible you don't have to encode all the categorical features. Okay, that's why we can define over here a variable called feature to encode. Okay, so feature to encode, what are the features I have to encode? Obviously the categorical features we have to encode. So I'll copy and paste it over here as it is. Okay, in many cases, it may be different. It's not necessary that you have to encode all the. Suppose there is a categorical feature which is already in Boolean form, 1 or 0. So you don't need to encode that. But here we have to encode all of them because all are non-numerical. Next, we have to modify the applicant income. So I'll do what? Features to modify. Okay, that means the applicant income now will be summed up with the co-applicant income, right? So I can just take it from here and paste it over here. Okay. Thereafter, which column we have to add into applicant income? So I can define it as a features to add. Okay, which column? Co-applicant income, right? So I'll just copy this thing from here. Okay, and paste it over here. Nice. Next, I have to drop the feature. Which feature I have to drop? Obviously, after adding co-applicant into applicant, I will drop it. So drop features will be equals to what? Co-applicant. All right. Next, what we will do? There are some log transformation we did in our project. If I'll show you, let me show you that thing. See, later on, we did some log transformation over here because they were not normally distributed. Okay, so we did the log transformation so that our data can be get normally distributed. So we did log transformation on applicant, loan amount, and loan amount term. So let's try to do these things over here. That means define the column in which we have to do the log transformation. So log features will be equals to what? Over here, applicant income, loan amount, and loan amount term. Okay, according to your need or according to the project you are working, you can change these values. Okay, so just define all the variables that are required to be used over here. All right, and then I'll save it. Okay, next, what do we do? I need to check whether these guys are working good or not, or can I import this config module in any other file or not. All right, so what I do, I will just go to training pipeline, and in training pipeline I'll write over here from config. Okay, that is your config package dot config import base directory. Base directory is what? Is one of the variable over there. And let's say import this one, features and target. Okay, that's it. Now I'll do what? I'll just print over here what? Base directory, and I'll print over here features. Okay, so this is the thing I did. So I create a package, and this is a module within it, and there is one more file in which I'm trying to import it. Let's try to execute and check if this thing works. So this is working good. It means what? I can easily reuse my module that I created over here. Okay, because I'm going to trigger this module from training pipeline, and this is the module I have. Let me have a quick go through what we did. First, we defined a base directory that will just look for your root directory in which the different SAP packages we have, and this is our main root package loan app. Now here we have a data path defining the path in which you are going to store your data. I'll comment this thing, this print line I'll comment as of now. Then we have defined the path for train and test file that includes the file name. Next, I define the path of that particular directory in which my models would get saved and the name of my model after when it will get saved. Then we have defined few variables like target variables, features variables, numerical, categorical. What are the variables in which, what are the columns where encoding needs to be done, the features that we need to modify, the features that we need to add, and the drop features and add then log features. After this, we'll work on the processing part. So just work on it, execute it, comment down if you find any difficulty, anything which is not working for you. For me, it's working properly. If you find any difficulty, please do comment down. I'll try to mitigate your challenges that you are facing. Stay tuned, keep learning, and stay safe. Thank you, everyone.